Have you ever pondered what sequence of events led the world into its deadliest conflict, World War II? The roots of this global catastrophe can be traced back to the Treaty of Versailles, signed in the wake of World War I. This peace agreement, inked in 1919, imposed harsh terms on Germany, fostering resentment that would eventually ignite another war. Meanwhile, the political landscape underwent a seismic shift. Fascism, a potent mix of nationalism and totalitarianism, surged across Europe, most notably in Germany and Italy. This rise of fascism would prove instrumental in propelling the world towards war. The final spark, however, was the invasion of Poland by Germany in September of 1939. This act of aggression, in defiance of international treaties, marked the beginning of World War II. The stage was set, and the world braced itself for a war unlike any seen before. To know more about this, subscribe to my channel Brain Bites Facts. With the world at war, two major alliances emerged, the Axis powers and the Allies. As the storm clouds of war gathered, nations banded together, forming two key alliances. First, the Axis powers, primarily consisting of Germany, Italy and Japan, united under a shared goal of territorial expansion and global dominance. Their aggressive policies and expansionist ideologies were the spark that ignited the fire of World War II. On the other side of the divide stood the Allies, a coalition led by the United States, the United Kingdom, and the Soviet Union. They were later joined by a host of other nations, all drawn together by a common desire to resist the aggressive expansion of the Axis powers. Their goal was to safeguard their sovereignty and maintain a balance of power in the world. These alliances, each with their distinct goals and ideologies, set the stage for a global combat that would change the course of history. World War II was marked by several key battles that shifted the momentum of the war. The Battle of Stalingrad, fought between August 1942 and February 1943, was one such pivotal conflict. It was a brutal battle of attrition, where the Soviet Union successfully defended the city of Stalingrad from the Axis powers, marking a turning point in the Eastern Front. Moving across the globe, the Battle of Midway in June 1942 was another milestone. This decisive naval battle in the Pacific Theater saw the United States deal a crippling blow to the Japanese Navy, turning the tide of the war in the Pacific. Finally, the D-Day invasion, or the Battle of Normandy. Launched on June 6, 1944, this massive Allied operation marked the beginning of the end for the Axis powers in Europe, paving the way for the final push into Germany. These battles, each a story of heroism and strategy, shaped the course of the war. Amidst the chaos of war, one of the most horrific acts of genocide in history was underway, the Holocaust. Orchestrated by Adolf Hitler's Nazi regime, this grotesque campaign of extermination was methodically designed to erase 6 million Jews from the face of the earth. From 1933 to 1945, Jews from across Europe were rounded up, stripped of their humanity, and funneled into concentration and extermination camps. The infamous Auschwitz, Treblinka, and Sobibor camps remain chilling symbols of this brutal genocide. Men, women, and children were subjected to unimaginable atrocities, mass shootings, forced labor, and gas chambers. The scale and brutality of the Holocaust were unprecedented, marking a bleak period in human history. In the aftermath, the world was left grappling with the magnitude of the horror that mankind was capable of inflicting upon its own. This dark chapter of human history serves as a stark reminder of the horrors of war. After 6 years of unprecedented destruction and loss, World War II finally came to an end. The year was 1945, and the world watched with bated breath as the tide of war began to turn. The Allies, led by the United States, dropped 2 atomic bombs on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, inflicting destruction beyond comprehension. The impact was immediate and profound, leading to Japan's unconditional surrender only days later. Meanwhile in Europe, Germany was on its knees. After a series of decisive battles, the Allied forces pushed deeper into German territory. Berlin fell, and with it, the Third Reich. On the 8th of May, Germany officially surrendered, marking the end of World War II in Europe. World War II ended, leaving in its wake a world forever changed. It was a conflict that redefined the course of human history, a testament to the indomitable human spirit, even in the face of unimaginable